Hi guys, this is Christina from Safe Landing, coming to you again from my home office in Miami, Florida. And last time that we talked, we discussed a little bit about what mindfulness is and how it's helpful, especially during chaotic times and things like that. I mentioned last time grounding, and I wanted to differentiate what grounding versus mindfulness is. Because they are two separate things. So mindfulness, like we discussed last time, if you remember, is being in the present moment, aware of it on purpose without judgment. And it can help to pull us out of really deep emotional states like anger, depression, high levels of anxiety, stress, things like that. So it gives us a chance to slow down, pause, and that pause allows a break in the emotional cycle. So that is mindfulness. Grounding is the technique that can be used to break the emotional cycle, right? So it is a way to pause, and by pausing, you can reach mindfulness. So by focusing on what's going on around you rather than inside of you, that can be a really good grounding exercise. So today what we're going to do is we're going to walk through a very simple grounding technique, which has been shown to be very effective for anxiety, specifically if you suffer from panic attacks. If you have ever had a panic attack, it feels like you are literally dying and that you can't breathe and that the world is crumbling around you. So what this exercise does is it allows you to pause, like ready, and like take that time out, and remember that the emotional state will end. So today I challenge you to try this activity. The purpose of it is to stimulate all 5 of your senses. And it's really simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to tune into touching, tasting, smelling, seeing, and hearing. And you will instantly be pulled into the present moment if you do this effectively. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a quiet area, whether that is in your room, if you happen to have access to go outside, or if you want to put on, if you have noise canceling headphones, that also works. That's like definitely a really good way. I wish I had those big over the ear ones, especially during this time. So whatever it is, go to that quiet area. Before you start anything, what you're going to do is you're going to put both feet on the ground, and you're going to take the palms of your hands onto the tops of your quads. You'll take 5 deep breaths. So when we're talking about mindful breathing, you want to breathe into your rib cage, right? Expanding out like a balloon as you inhale. So you're going to inhale, pause, and then like you're blowing out a candle, and contract your rib cage in. So you're going to do that 5 times. Again, maybe even imagining a balloon in your belly as you inhale and exhale. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find 5 things around you that you can see. Anything that sticks out. It can be a pen. It can be a water bottle. Whatever it is, identify 5 things around you. Now, 4 things that you can touch and what they feel like. So, back to the pen. This pen is very soft. My pants feel cold. The ground feels hard but supportive. Things like that. If you're outside, what does the grass beneath your feet feel like? If it's a little wet, things like that. The next thing is 3 things that you can hear. So if you have your noise canceling headphones on, maybe that's a little bit more difficult. But if you take them off, the first thing that you should hear is your breath. So tuned into what does it sound like when I inhale? What does it sound like when I exhale? And then maybe one more thing around you. If you're outside, maybe it's the birds. Maybe you can hear the wind in the trees. Then 2 things that you can smell. So that can be, I smell my dryer sheets on my jacket, and also my dog who just played outside because she's a little wet. And then one thing that you can taste. So I just had a sip of coffee, and that's what I can taste in my mouth. So by going through these 5 things, so 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. What you're doing is you're taking the focus out of, what's going on in your head. When you get into that sinkhole or that anger cycle or whatever it is that's drawing you away from what's in front of you, you can use this grounding exercise to bring you back to right this second. What is happening in the room right now? I invite you to try this activity at home. If you're lucky enough to have anywhere to go right now, to school or to work, if that's where you feel overwhelmed, you can do this in your car. If you happen to be one of those people like I am who has difficulty in traffic, I definitely would invite you to try this on in that situation, and see how it goes. And the next time that we all come back here to Mindful Moments, what we're going to talk about is applying mindfulness to relapse prevention. And we're going to discuss a technique called urge surfing, which is a great relapse prevention activity. So we'll do that all together the next time. But thank you so much for tuning in today. And I hope you have a great day.